Have you noticed a lot of creators all of a sudden are moving to YouTube completely, or they are adding YouTube as their strategy along to their TikTok and Instagram strategy? This is exactly what we're going to talk about in this video, so keep on watching. And in this video, I'm going to also talk about whether right now is a good time to still start a YouTube channel, because it is 2023, so the question is it still relevant? Can you still succeed? Is it still something that's going to be worth your time, and can you actually grow on YouTube right now? First of all, YouTube is a great platform for building a brand and for building up your other social media channels. Because here's the thing, a lot of creators are going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just gonna say it anyways, because you might have heard about so many Instagram growth gurus and they share their hacks about how to grow and what to do, but the reality is a vast majority of them actually have large YouTube channels with 50,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers or more, and that's what has allowed them to grow their Instagram profiles. It's not just from a hack, it's not just from a collaboration, it's not from 30 minutes of engagement every single day, it's because YouTube has allowed them to grow, because YouTube has that potential of growing other social media platforms. Because when I create my YouTube videos here, I always have my Instagram profile over here, I always have my username everywhere around my channel, so if people want to connect with me further, if you want to connect with me further, Instagram is going to be the go-to place. So Instagram just by itself is a great platform, but when it is in a combination of YouTube, it can work like magic. Secondly, YouTube is still one of the biggest search engines that we have in the world. Despite what all the TikTok gurus tell you, yes, we do use TikTok right now as a search engine. Yes, we can look up different products. Yes, it's great and everything like that, but YouTube is still a video platform. It's still one of the biggest platforms there is, and me personally, I don't necessarily go to TikTok as much to search for things. Sometimes I do, but it's maybe like 10-20% of the time. I still go to YouTube if I want to look something up. So when I was going to search for the camera that I was upgrading to, one thing that I did look into is YouTube videos from other creators on YouTube who talk about cameras, and I've watched so many videos about that particular camera and the equipment and all the resources and feedback and testimonials. I didn't go to TikTok for that, because usually, first of all, people on TikTok don't really care that much for cameras. We all just film on our phones and whatever, but YouTube is still a big search engine that we all still very much use to this day. And here's another addition to this point that I have just made about YouTube, and that point is every single 5-year-old or a kid younger or a little bit older than this knows about the existence of YouTube, and they all spend so much time on their YouTube channels. Now that, not that it's healthy for them, not that it's good parenting or anything, I can't judge, I don't have kids, but if a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old knows about YouTube, God knows how they find out about it. I mean, nobody has any kind of idea, but if they do, that's just a little sign to you that YouTube is always going to grow, because those 5-year-olds at some point are going to turn 18-year-olds and they're going to be ready to start a business, or they're going to be potentially your clients. So YouTube always has new customers. Those kids aren't necessarily going to spend time on Instagram, they aren't necessarily going to spend time on TikTok or Twitter, but they do come to YouTube, and that's a good sign for you to move to this. Thirdly, YouTube has stood the test of time when it comes to being a great platform for content creators, and here's the reason for that. Yes, it has had its fair share of changes. Yes, there have been, search engine changes. YouTube has added YouTube Shorts, and a lot of people have been confused about those in the beginning. Then they've changed the algorithm for YouTube Shorts as well. And now we are in a place where YouTube Shorts are actually helpful for us. But if you think about it, YouTube hasn't changed as much compared to a platform like Instagram, or like platform like TikTok or Facebook or even Twitter, with Elon Musk at the helm of it. So YouTube is still a great platform despite all the changes, because it has been stable, it has been here all the time, and it's likely never going to turn into MySpace. And aside from that, YouTube will actually pay you as a creator once you get monetized, and the qualifications for that are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, and you also have to have like no strikes on your account or nothing like that. Compared to other platforms, I'm hinting at Instagram that still, after over a year or even more, they still just allow only certain countries for monetization on Instagram Reels. And that's kind of not a good thing, so YouTube will pay you regardless of where you're from, as long as you meet those criteria. Now the question is, how do you actually start a YouTube channel? So let's talk about that. Let's put it simply. So I'm gonna break it down into a couple of steps. The first thing that you're obviously gonna do is you have a Gmail account. So if you have a Gmail account, you can just set up your YouTube channel right away. And if you are watching this on YouTube, you probably already have an account, unless you're watching in your browser, which who does that? But anyways, you simply just have to start recording videos with your phone. That's it. You might already be doing that on Instagram, you might already be doing that on TikTok or any other platform wherever you create videos. So all you have to do is just, instead of doing it vertically, tilt your phone, do it in a landscape mode, and start recording long-form videos. You don't have to have a camera, you don't have to have anything fancy, you don't have to have any fancy equipment. In fact, I've just now updated my YouTube equipment after years, just because I figured it would be a good time to upgrade, since I decided to go all in on YouTube in 2023, and I just wanted a much better quality than what my iPhone can do. Like, this thing still works, but sometimes it's giving me like a bit of an issue, and I'm a little bit more obsessed with the quality of the video compared to when I was just starting on YouTube. So you don't need anything fancy, start with what you have and use what you already have access to. Now, if you are on YouTube right now and you are ready to upgrade your equipment, or you are just about to get started and you are as obsessed with video quality as myself, then in the next video I'm actually going to be sharing my upgraded YouTube equipment. I used to use, like I said, my iPhone. I've used actually a different camera before, so I'll show you all the gear that I have. I'm actually gonna have to film the video probably on the iPhone actually, in order to show you like all the behind the scenes and whatnot. But that's something that I'm gonna be talking about in the next video, so go ahead and hit the notification sign down below, hit the bell sign so you get notified, and if you're not a subscriber, you know what to do. The second thing that you want to do is actually a pretty obvious one. You have to set up your channel for success. And if you've watched any videos on YouTube, about starting a channel, you already know the drill. You already know what needs to be done. And it's generally pretty simple. You need to have a profile photo, like make sure it's a good one, make sure your face is up close. Ideally, what I recommend right now is have the same profile photo for all of your platforms, for Instagram, for Twitter, for everything, just so that people can easily recognize you and what you look like, and it just really helps for people to remember you based on your profile photo. So that's the first thing. Then you want to have a banner and set the expectations with your audience. What are you going to share on your channel? When are you going to share that on your channel? How many videos are you going to be posting? For me, I just put it as I post videos every single week. So that's the expectation that I set with my audience. Then have a call to action, have all your website, put all your social media links. So just get the base set up, just so that when people do visit your channel, first of all, they have an idea of who you are, what you do, what you're going to talk about, and why they should pay attention. And then secondly, so you have call to actions, and you can take people off the platform to your website, to your landing pages, to your services pages, to your products, whatever it is that you're going to be doing with YouTube. So that setup is important. Do not even worry about publishing videos until you have that straight. The next step that you want to do, and that's a very unusual piece of advice, I'm guessing, because I don't see anybody on YouTube talking about that. So you know how on YouTube you now have basically two avenues. You have the short form video and then you have the long form video. So shorts, pretty much the same thing as TikTok. Long form video is what YouTube is all about. So you want to publish both. This is what I find that works really well right now. Back in 2022 and 2021, when YouTube Shorts first came out, it didn't make sense to publish shorts because they had a separate algorithm, and then when people were seeing that content, they wouldn't see your long form videos. Right now they work in a combination, and it's a pretty nice thing. That's how it works right now. So for my channel personally, I'll share what I'm doing with my content strategy. So I publish 1 long form video per week, and then I publish 3 shorts per week. Now, you do what you can manage. For me, it's not hard to create content. It's not hard to like edit. Like I have editors on the team and stuff like that. So you choose like what consistency is going to look like for you. Again, it's all about sticking to the process. If you can commit to 2 long form videos a week, do that. If you cannot, just do 1. For me, like I would love to publish more, and I have so many ideas for my videos. I have so much, inspiration to create for YouTube right now that I didn't have before in 2022, which is why I wasn't on YouTube for a very long time. But I also have to kind of pace myself and make sure that I'm not overdoing what I kind of like can. And you don't want to burn yourself out, because that burnout is no joke, and it's better to do less but consistently than to do more and sparingly. I guess that's the adjective. So here's what I want you to do with your existing content. If you already have been posting on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm talking about those Reels and TikToks and all this short form video content that you've posted, and you kind of want to do an audit. So I want you to literally go to your Instagram, do it from desktop. It's going to be a little bit easier. Open up your TikTok. You can do that on desktop as well. And then start sifting through all the videos. And I would honestly recommend you to transfer them over to something like Notion or even a Notes app or Airtable, whatever project management tool you're using. If you're not using any, I can probably help you out with that, with creating a content calendar. So feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and maybe I can help you out with that. But essentially what you want to do is you want to put all of your content from those other platforms, all those short form videos, and see what can be published on YouTube. What are the videos that you can take from there and start publishing on your YouTube channel? Because here's the thing. YouTube has a pretty different demographic, should I say, and it's very different than TikTok. It's very different than Instagram. There's like all sorts of different people here. There's new audiences that you probably haven't even been able to reach on TikTok and Instagram. So what you want to do is you go to TikTok, go to Instagram, take out all the videos from there, copy and paste the links into Notion, into, again, your preferred project management tool, and then you want to start downloading them and uploading them to YouTube. Now, again, you want to choose your consistency. How consistent do you want to be? Something that I have done for my channel, actually, kind of to give it a boost, a kickstart. Back in December 2022, I decided to do a challenge for myself. It was just me. I wasn't doing it with anybody else. It was mostly for self-accountability and just to see what I'm capable of doing when I put myself under pressure. And I did 31 videos in December. Again, the month when people don't really work, they have this vacation mentality, and I publish every single day. And that really helped my channel to kind of like get noticed in the algorithm again. And then in January, I restarted posting my long form videos along with my short ones. So that has been the process that I have been following myself. So you can do something similar if you want, because in the beginning, you kind of want to get like a little bit of traffic and you want to start planting seeds into the platform, if you will. You can start with long form videos though. I'm just giving you options of what you can do, but I would definitely dig through your old content, download it and publish it on TikTok. Now, do you want to publish original videos, the talking head videos? Or do you want to publish trends? Here's my personal opinion on this, and don't quote me on this. This is just something that I have done for myself. So you test it out for yourself, but be very careful, because copyright issues and copyright claims is a real thing. So you don't want your channel to be flagged with using, Miley Cyrus music or, anything like that. You always want to stick to royalty free. And again, this is just my experience. So what I've been doing, I've been mostly publishing talking head videos, and this is what I generally record for YouTube. Just value-based videos or stories or something like that. And then trends, I've published, I believe, 4 trends on YouTube. One of them has gone kind of viral, like viral for me, I guess I could call it, because it had like 1,200 views or something like that. I don't publish a lot of trending videos here, just because, again, I don't want to be hit with that copyright claim. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, and I kind of want to protect my channel in that regard. So that is something that you can experiment with. But again, be very careful. I always vote for original videos on YouTube versus the trending ones. But trending ones, sometimes they do perform well. So worth experimenting. And one final thing that I want you to understand is long form video is still king. A lot of people might say otherwise. A lot of people will say to you, oh, people have such short attention spans, nobody pays attention to anything. It really depends. You know, people are consuming a lot of short form content. People are scrolling a lot. People are swiping through Instagram and like all that type of stuff. But the reality is, it's not easy to build relationships with your audience just within 60 seconds. Who does that, right? I mean, it usually takes way longer than that. And this is why I have always been a believer into long form videos, long form content, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, probably around like 20 minutes, I guess. Like I wanted it to be 10, but it is what it is. You can see personality. You can see like how you interact. Like you can kind of like see, I mean, you see me in my little home office, right? And you will always build a deeper relationship and trust with your audience if you create long form content. Because the people that consume your content that's 10, 15, 20 minutes long, and they consume it either in full or at least 50% or 30%, those are your true fans, should I say, especially the ones that watch your videos in full. And a viewer that watches your long form video is a lot more valuable than the one that watches a 60-second TikTok. So keep that in mind. So with that said, this is everything I wanted to share with you in this video. I hope you now have clarity around whether it is a good time for you to start a YouTube channel. I'm always going to be preaching YouTube for as long as I'm staying in business. I've always been a creator on the platform, even though it has been on and off for me like a lot over the last couple of years. But the thing is, YouTube has been here for years, and it's likely going to stay here for years as well. Google doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but we can't really control what's going to happen with some social media platforms like TikTok, if maybe you have heard the news. So you gotta go where you are going to have some stability. So this is my recommendation for you. Again, if you need any help with your content creation, be sure to reach out. I will leave all the links down below how we can work together. If you are at that point where you really need a strategy, you really need to figure out what you're doing with all these platforms, especially YouTube, then I'm gonna be your girl. And with that said, I appreciate you. Check out the rest of the videos right here. Subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff, and I will see you in the future video.